Well, alright everyone, welcome back to the beautiful world of Icarus. Now today I've got quite a few things planned, and it's basically a bunch of small projects, with the exception of one thing. Number one, I want to rebuild my base. Not necessarily rebuild, but rather get everything organized again, get some storage down again, and try to get it back to where we were before we lost everything in a fire. Now I'm actually going to be going back on some things that I said last episode, and if you saw that one, you'll know that I now have a bunch of stone flooring inside of the workshop here. You know what, let's actually go check that out here really quick. But yeah, I have a bunch of stone flooring in here, and it was mostly because I was so heartbroken that I lost pretty much everything in the fire, and I didn't want that to happen again. But I'm changing my mind once again. I'm going to put the interior wood back down on the flooring here. Number one, because it looks so much better than the stone floors. The stone floors look fine, but I prefer the interior wood. Now, I've got a plan to put out any potential fires that may start again in the future. Hopefully there aren't any, but I'll have a plan put together for them, and we'll get something built specifically to put out fires in case they do happen. So project number one today is to get wood flooring down, reorganize this whole workshop, and get everything kind of back to normal and working order. And then the second thing that I want to get done is actually head over here to the Beehive, because I was kind of messing around with things. I was actually testing out the sprinklers. That's actually what I was kind of thinking about inside there for potential fires in the future. But I was testing out the sprinklers, and a storm rolled through, and this entire Beehive station, I'll come up with a name for that here pretty soon, but this whole thing was fine except for the Beehive itself. Now the Beehive was actually down to 60% durability, so the storm definitely did its damage, and I think that's obviously because it doesn't have any walls on it. I was hoping we could get away with it. I figured it would have to be outside and not enclosed, but apparently that didn't do it. Unless, I know at one point a gator came through and attacked me around this area, but I didn't think it did damage to the Beehive. Either way, what I'm going to do is just put up some glass walls around it. I think probably just on the sides as well as the back over here, and then I'll try and leave the front open. We'll see how that looks, how that comes together, and we'll go from there. And then I got to come up with a name for this as well, and if you don't know what this is the new power station. This is where we've got 2 advanced battery racks as well as the flow meter, so that we can actually see how much electricity we're producing as well as how much we actually need. And that's essentially it for the projects today. I know it didn't seem like a whole lot, but number one, reorganizing this whole thing is going to take a lot of work, so that's going to take me a while. But like I said, I'm going to actually end up creating, I don't know if I'm going to make a new room or just a corner in the workshop. Maybe I'll repurpose this area. This was closed off before. It led to stairs down to the bottom into the basement here. I think I might just turn this into a little storage room, just a little 1x1, and we're going to put a bunch of supplies in there that we're going to need in order to put out any potential fires in the future. So if there are any that do start spreading uncontrollably, hopefully we'll be able to actually rein it back and get it back under control. Now, I suppose I should probably get started here. I feel a little bit overwhelmed because we have a lot of work to do here, but I think the main thing is getting a bunch of storage down. And I think going forward, instead of these wood cupboards, we're going to make the metal ones instead, the iron. And we do have a bunch of iron in here. We're probably going to have to go on a mining trip. I don't think we're going to have enough for how much I want to do. Actually, how much does it take for 1 iron cupboard? Do we make that here in the machining bench? Yes, we do. We need 40 iron ingot for 1 iron cupboard. That is absolutely crazy, because just thinking about it, every single one of these signs had a storage cupboard right in front of it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 storage cupboards, and that alone is 280 iron. I don't know if we have that. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. So we're already short on that. We might, nope, none in here. Well, I guess we have some uncooked iron in that one. And then we only have 5 more in the furnace. So yeah, we'll probably be doing a mining trip. I do want to replace all of these wood cupboards, but hopefully we'll have a more organized and a better layout. I mean, essentially I'm going to go with the same layout, but I'm going to stop my ranting. I know I've been talking for a while. I do that sometimes, but yeah, I'm going to try and get all of the different crafting benches and things like that down where I want them, and then we'll start with the storage after that, and I'll do some chopping of trees, probably some mining of iron, and we're gonna get this place back to where it was before we started, or at least I hope. Hopefully in a better state. But anyway, let's get to it. Well, all right, I would say mostly finished at this point. There are some things that I need to add, some workbenches that I need to craft again, but I would say it's at a good enough state for us to be able to kind of go about our day and do what we need to do as mostly normal once again. So I did replace the stairs up front here with concrete stairs, and I just put the interior wood railings on there. I do need to replace these floors. These are still stone. But if we go inside, we have the beautiful interior wood once again. And like I said, I have a plan for the future in case there are fires, and we're going to build that here in a second. I've already got a steel cupboard right there, or sorry, iron cupboard. And then right in here, I need to grab these 3 stone walls. And then also what I wanted to make was a door that will hopefully withstand fire as well. And that would be the steel barred door. I'm hoping it withstands fire. I know it is made out of wood, actually refined wood, but it was the same doors that we've got right here, and these withstood the fire no problem. So I'm assuming in case there is another fire that it shouldn't be an issue here either. Let me go ahead and grab my hammer here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upgrade this floor. I'm gonna make this floor specifically concrete. I don't want to take any chances. This is gonna be blocked off anyway. We'll grab these walls, we'll put them right here. Here, and then a door right here. We'll go ahead and throw this door on, and there we go. Look at that. Now we've got a pretty darn safe room. I would say this is pretty fireproof. The only wood that you can see is really just the beams that are within the stone walls, but those won't catch on fire. So even if this entire place burns down all around it, this should still be safe. Now, what I'm going to put in here right now, you can tell it's just empty, but what I'm going to put in here is pretty much everything that I need to put out a fire. So that means fire whackers, fire extinguisher, water bombs. I've just never made them before. Outside of the fire whacker, which is just the most basic thing you can craft for fires, I thought there was an upgraded fire whacker, by the way. I couldn't find it. I might just be blind, and I might just be completely delusional and remembering a newer, better fire whacker that was never there in the first place. But regardless, like I said, we are going to look at these water bombs. Where are those at? Right here. So we can make those on the crafting bench, and all we need is some leather and fiber, and we have a ton of that. Oh yeah, look at that. All iron cupboards now. I don't think it looks as good as the wood cupboards, but I don't really want to take the chance in the future again. So let's go ahead. We'll grab some leather and then some fiber here. Go over to the crafting bench, search for water bomb, and oh, I need water somehow. Can I use the canteen that I have? Yes, I can. Let's make 10 total. That's as much as we can make. And I just realized they're making 5 at a time, so I guess I'm making 50 water bombs. So we should have more than enough. And there we go. Let's grab all of those. Let's get our water bottle back. We're going to have to fill that up, but I don't need to worry about it just yet. Let's throw all of those in there except for a stack of 5. I want to do some testing with this. I don't want to go in and, you know, the entire base is on fire again, and then all of a sudden I'm completely unprepared because the water bombs just aren't good enough. I really don't know how they are because I've never used them before. But let's go back into the tech tree. We're going to look for the fire extinguisher. All right, so it's in tier 3, and it looks like we need 20 steel ingot, 4 copper, 8 sulfur, 4 epoxy, and some oxide. So most of that should be fine except for the steel and the copper. I have essentially none at this point. I've got 42 iron ore in here. We actually might be okay. Wait a minute. We might be okay. Let's grab that copper. Let's see how much steel bloom we can actually make. We can make 7. Shoot. Well, let's see how much cooked iron we have. None in here. None in here. We have 1 in the furnace. Gosh, I think I have some more somewhere. Here we go. Here, let's grab 40 from here. I might have to go on another mining run, but I'm going to try my best not to because I don't want to. I've already done a bunch of mining. I've already done a bunch of rebuilding, and I'm ready to keep moving forward. And so just looking in the machining bench, though, it looks like we already have 16 steel ingot. So we're going to have more than enough. So let's go ahead and grab the 10 out of there. We'll throw that in the furnace, let that cook up, and then we should have everything that we need to make the fire extinguisher. And there we go. We now have a total of 20 steel ingots. So I think I just need some oxide. I do obviously have some wood cupboards still kind of lying around. I'll probably eventually upgrade those, but for now, if we lose them, it's fine. I don't even know if there's anything in here. There are, but I'll move these things out of here eventually. Right now, I want to make that fire extinguisher. Do we do that in the machining bench? We do, but what am I missing? Epoxy. I have epoxy somewhere. I think in here. Yes, 52. Way more than we need. Okay, let's go ahead and craft up the fire extinguisher. And there we go. And we just leveled up from level 60 to level 60 again for the 100th time. All right, so let me put this in my hotbar. Let me equip this. Is this just full? Oh, it is. And it looks like there is a bar on the bottom of it, so that would tell us how much we have. I think 1 should be fine. I don't really have the resources for 2, so we're going to have to make do with that for now anyway. And we'll just throw the rest of everything that we've got in here. Do you have any uncooked ore in there? Nope. Okay. I think we're good to go. Now over here, it's a lot more open than it was before because I did have some other benches over here, but I'll have to place those down in the future. Like I said, I don't have all the crafting benches down that we did before, but we've got the important ones that we need right now. Now what I want to do is, like I said, I want to do a little bit of testing. First off, we're going to run away from this croc because I don't really want to deal with him right now. All right, he found us, but I'm going to keep running. I'm faster than you. But anyway, let's go and get some twigs and some fiber. We're going to put down a little experimental, not base, just some platforms that we can set on fire and test out these water bombs. And you know what? Maybe I should grab that fire extinguisher just in case. I didn't really want to use it up right now, but it's better to test it, use up a little bit of its fuel, so that way we don't get caught out in the future and it's just not good enough for what we need. But we have a storm coming through. It's going to stop us from being able to set a fire outside anyway. So let's go inside. We'll grab that fire extinguisher, wait out the storm, and we'll get to testing. Alright, the storm has passed. I slept through the night so that we can have some daylight as we're testing this out. I didn't want to do this in the middle of the night. So I'm going to head over to this little rock edge here. I figured this is a good spot to just try it out. Alright, so what do we need here? We need to craft up some posts or beams. We'll just do 7, probably more than we need. We'll make a couple thatch floors and I don't know, a couple thatch walls, I guess. And of course, the fire starter, the wood rag torch. All right, everything is crafted up, and now that we've got that crafted, let's go ahead and throw a couple of these things into the hotbar. We'll put the posts or the beams down here. We don't need to do anything too fancy. Put the floor down. We'll put a ceiling up just for fun. And let's see here, where's that torch at? All right, let's go ahead and light up the torch. And then I'll just throw that right down here. And the torch didn't fall down on its side. I don't know if that makes a difference, but I want to make sure that it falls so that it'll light the floor on fire. Well, it's not falling. I swear it was actually falling before when I was doing a little bit more testing with the fire. But I'm going to get my water bomb ready just in case. And while I wait for this, what I want to do after this is test out the sprinkler system a little bit more. I was testing it a little bit more before I started today, and it seemed pretty good at putting out fires. I just tested it in a scenario like this. Then I tested it with 3 walls high. And when it was 3 walls high, it could not put out a fire that was on the ground like this. And in the workshop that we have, that would be a problem. But what I didn't test is 2 walls high. Hopefully, if it could do 2 walls high, we might be able to make that work. But this torch doesn't seem to be burning how I want it to burn. Let's go ahead and try again here. There we go. Now it fell to the ground. Now, in just a second here, it should start this on fire. Okay, here we go. It's on fire. So we've got the water bomb here. Let's just throw it. And look at that. Immediately puts it out. Okay, well that's pretty cool. Let me grab that. And, oh, we're going to need to repair this quick. All right, light the torch back up. We're going to set it back on fire, and then we're going to try out the fire extinguisher. Okay, it's on fire. Let's go ahead and just start spraying. Oh, that is immediate. That is just as fast as the water bomb. Interesting. What if we put down a few more floors, let the fire spread a little bit, and see how much the water bomb and the fire extinguisher can actually do? All right, let's try this one more time. Throw that on the ground, and now we wait. All right, we've got 1 floor on fire. Let's let this spread a little bit. I'm hoping it kind of catches on the wall as well. Hopefully it does before it just burns out the entire one block. Oh, am I on fire? Thought I set myself on fire. No, I'm good. Okay. All right. So far it's not spreading like I was hoping. Oh, there we go. Now we got 2 on fire. 3. Oh yeah, this is bringing back memories. Not good memories either. All right, we got 4. Let's go ahead and throw this on here. That put out all 4 fires. I honestly didn't expect that. That's actually super good. Let's go ahead and fix these up. I'm going to try the same thing one more time with the fire extinguisher. Now, what happened to my torch? I think I lost it. It might have fell underneath this, but that's all right. Let's go ahead and craft up one more. We'll light it up. And we'll drop it. All right, 1 floor is on fire. Come on. Burn, baby, burn. Let's see what we can do here. All right, 2, 3. Let's see if we can get the walls on this one. They haven't been burned yet. Okay, we've got all 4 floors. Come on, you know you want to light up. Come on. Come on. Spread before it destroys the floors. Okay, we got a beam on fire, but not the walls. What is going on? Yeah, we lost 1 floor. Come on. Get the walls. Oh, there we go. There's a wall on fire. All right, let's go ahead and try and put it out. Oh, still going. Still going. Yep. Oh, man. Still got beams on fire. Oh, my goodness. You know what? Let's throw a water bomb on it. Okay. So the fire extinguisher seemed to do great when it was just a single thing on fire, but when there's multiple things on fire, I think you have to be a little bit closer, a little bit more direct with the spraying of the extinguisher, and that kind of worries me. Because the fire that we had in the workshop was massive, and I feel like the water bomb is probably going to be able to cover more surface area, I would guess. I'm not 100% certain, but yeah, didn't seem all that great for the fire extinguisher in this one. And, oh, looks like we still... Oh, that's our torch right there. Let's grab that. There we go. Okay, well that's good to know. Now, like I said, I wanted to test out the sprinkler system again. So let me actually go back to the workshop here without breaking my legs. And I was able to build a biofuel water generator, I think is what that was. So let's go ahead and grab that. Is that in here? Sorry, not generator, water pump. So let's grab that. We're gonna need some biofuel. Where did I put the biofuel? Right in here. Okay. So we got the biofuel, we have the water pipe tool, and then we do have the water sprinkler on us as well. So let's go back out. We're gonna test out the fire again. Pretty much the exact same scenario, except I want to test out to see how much surface area the sprinkler is able to cover in a fire. And on top of that, I really need to know if it goes at least too high, if it's able to put the fire out on the floor below it. First step is I gotta repair everything here. And then we're going to build up a second floor here and put this up here as a ceiling. Let's take this water sprinkler and put it kind of in the center. We just have to imagine we have an entire ceiling right here. And, oh, actually, I think I do want to move that. Oh, shoot. Am I going to be able to? There we go. I was able to grab it. So I actually want it in this corner so that way we can cover as much area as possible with the 4 floor pieces below us here. So there we go. And then I need to replace this floor here. Let's make 1 more floor piece. Put that there. Now let's take our water pipe tool, connect it there. Just put it jankily all the way down here. And I'm going to have to wire this all the way down to the water because that's what we're going to be using as our source to put out this fire. We'll put the water pump in the water just right here. Should be fine. We'll connect that to our current water piping that goes all the way up to our test subject. I don't know why I didn't just build that right next to the water. A little bit more planning next time would make more sense. But either way, we need to grab our biofuel, throw that in here. And so we can turn this on. So right now it's on, it's using power. If we look at it, we've got about 2.5 hours of time of, I guess, fuel on it. So I guess we could leave that running or we would turn it on in the case of an emergency, obviously. The thing is there's no easy way to turn the sprinklers on and off at the same time, I don't believe. So watch this. So I can actually turn this thing on. It's kind of a pain. So now it's on, and now I can actually initiate it so it starts spraying water, which is great and all, but I would need to do that with every sprinkler when I have a fire. And that would be an absolute pain. I would have to turn on the water pump, come back to each sprinkler, and turn them on individually. And I don't like the idea of that. Okay, so that's off. You know what? The description for the water sprinkler says fire reduction. I figured they were used for farming. So are they specifically for fires? Am I just realizing that? So if there's a fire underneath it, will it automatically turn on? Well, let's give it a shot here. Let's throw this on our little test subjects down here. Let the fire take hold of the floors and just see what happens. If it doesn't turn on automatically, I will just turn it on manually, but automatically would be great. But again, with this being 2 floors high, I don't know if it's gonna work. But anyway, let's just see what happens. All right, 1 floor is on fire. So far, sprinkler's still off. Wait, hold on. Is this actually activated though? Oh, it's off. Hold on. Turn that on. Okay. Floor's going. Oh, let's get on this rock. I don't want to catch on fire. So far, sprinkler is not turning on. Not a great sign. Got 3 floors on fire. You know what? I'm going to go turn it on here. Oh! No way. That actually kind of works. It's not getting this floor. No, it is. Oh my goodness. It actually works. Now, does it turn off automatically? I'm gonna let that sit. I just want to say I feel so dumb because I thought when I saw sprinklers, I just immediately thought it was for the garden. It'll, you know, sprinkle water on the crops and everything that you have growing. And look at that. It just shut off automatically. So that's actually super cool. Why have I not set up a system like that already? Let's go down here. Let's turn this off. See, this is why I do it though. I've got to experiment. I got to learn for myself. I don't like looking these things up too much. I really just enjoy figuring it out for myself. And I make mistakes all the time, obviously. I mean, the whole reason why I'm testing out the sprinkler system is because most of our workshop burned down from my own mistakes. But honestly, I wouldn't have done it any other way. This was super cool. So I guess I can make a bunch of water sprinklers. Like I said, I think they only reach 2 high. I might be wrong, but when I tested it earlier, 3 high, it wasn't doing the trick. It just was not putting the fire out. Or if it was extremely slow to do so. And I think it'd be way too slow to actually put out a fire before it spreads too far anyway. But let's check this out. What does it cost to make the sprinklers again? I don't think they were too expensive. So it's 2 steel ingots, some epoxy, and some copper wire. Yeah, only 4 epoxy and only 4 copper wire. So that's actually not bad at all. Except I did just use a bunch of steel on the fire extinguisher. We have 6 left. See, this is the problem I was thinking about, but now I'm just realizing we do have this beam that runs across here that's only 2 walls high. So in theory, that should be low enough to put out any fires that start. So as long as we have them enabled, I believe, and connected to a water source, then they should work. So for example, if we just connect them to our regular electric water pumps over here, then they should have water at all times. I just have to have them enabled at all times, and then they should automatically turn on in case of a fire. Oh, that's actually super exciting. That is so cool to me. Okay, well, let's go ahead and craft up as many as we can. I think it's just 3 more. Yep, let's go ahead and craft those. Let's grab those out of the machining bench. And then I suppose we can just start putting them down. I would say maybe 1 right, not here, but right about here. And then another one probably right here. I don't know their range, but I'm hoping that's good enough. And then I suppose maybe 1 right here. That should kind of cover this area. Now I should probably have more to cover these areas, but I'm gonna need more steel ingot for that. Do I have any more that crafted up? I do have 5 more steel bloom. Let's go ahead, let's start smelting those. We'll be able to make 2 more sprinklers from that to cover up a little bit more area. And where's our 4th sprinkler? That's still over in our test area. Let me go disassemble that. And I'm going to start putting together, I guess, all of the piping that we're going to need in order to have a proper and functioning sprinkler system. Okay, I think I did it for the most part. I've got a couple things that I need to add, but I ended up finding some more steel ingot, and so I was able to craft a few more sprinklers. I've got one here right at the door. I've got one right here, a 3rd one right here. Go into this area, we've got a 4th one, a 5th one over here to protect everything that's in that corner, and then even a 6th one right here. And I believe they're all getting water. It's hard to say without actually turning them on, and I'm going to do that here to test. I don't think that's really going to cause any issues. I guess the worst thing it could do is water my plants up there, so I don't think I really have much to worry about. But what I ended up doing as well is I connected it to this flow meter, and I thought this flow meter would also work for water, and I think it does, but it does need electricity. So let's go ahead and grab our electricity tool, go ahead and connect that there, and we've just got a random wire right here. Don't know where it goes, but it looks like the supply is $33.96, demand is $28.50, so we're demanding less than we have of supply, so that's good. And we can switch network type. Hold on. Oh, water, here we go. Oh, so I was just on the electricity, so I don't think I actually needed the electricity, but we can switch between water and electricity. So the demand is $14.60 and the supply is $2,000. That's awesome. Unless I go ahead and turn on one of the sprinklers. Hold on, what is the demand here? It's $14.60. I'll try and remember that. And I'm gonna try and turn on one of these sprinklers here. All right, there it goes. All right, what does it say down here? $14.60. Okay, so I think whether they're on or off, it's always gonna be the same. Sweet. Is it really that easy? I'm kind of flabbergasted. Normally working with water and electricity, it's about 10 times harder, but they did a major revamp. Hold on, let me shut this off and then turn it back on, and there we go. Okay, so now if there is a fire, and I don't really want to test it in here, but if there is, these should all eventually turn on and hopefully turn on. But yeah, working with water and electricity in the past has been a complete pain in the butt, but I think with the huge rework that they did, they've made it much easier. And I cannot believe I have an entire sprinkler system set up in our base now, or at least in our workshop. Technically our base is over there, the cabin, but I'm not too worried about fires over there because number one, I actually don't even spend most of my time in the cabin, even though it's really nice. And over here, the pool, the relaxation station, don't really have to worry about fires. We just have the wood beams and that's pretty much it. I guess the sauna back here, by the way, if you haven't seen this, this is awesome. I love going in here every once in a while just to check it out. But yeah, the only wood in the entire place is just in the sauna. We've got the heater. Is that on? That's just been on this entire time. Okay. I didn't know that. But we've got enough electricity for it. We've got enough water for the entire compound we have built out here. And man, I'm just super excited about that. I don't know why. Just the fact that we are in the middle of nowhere and we're able to have this giant setup, this entire workshop right here that should hopefully be safe from fires now. We kind of did some cleaning up. It looks a lot more open now that we don't have a lot of the crafting stations. But like I said, I'll eventually put those down. Yeah, this is awesome. But it's nighttime. I'm gonna go to bed and then we're gonna finish up some things in the morning, like making some extra glass. Wait, am I gonna have enough glass? We'll figure that out. But for now, let's head back into the cabin and let's go to sleep for the night. All right, good morning. I just realized I am very hungry and very thirsty, so let me go ahead and eat a little bit. I've got some dried stringy meat and some cooked stringy meat. Let's go ahead and eat both of those. And then I do need to fill up our water, so let's go ahead and do that really quick. Luckily, we've got our water storage over here. Can we actually fill it up from here? We can drink from the reservoir. It does not fill up our canteen, though. Let's go over here and then fill that up. Oh, I don't want to pick it up. Hold on, what did I do? I think I just drank from it. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and grab our canteen. Oh, maybe that's why we couldn't fill our container over there. It's because I didn't have my canteen in hand. But now it's full. Let's go ahead and throw it in that slot, and we're good to go. So like I said, I'm going to put some glass around here. We've had several storms come through, and it looks like this is at 100%, so maybe a gator did come through and smash it with its tail. So maybe we don't need to do that, but if I've got some extra glass, at least enough materials to make some walls, I think I'm going to do that. What do we have? We've got a couple of the half pitches. We've got a roof. I don't need that, but we do need some iron ingot. Shoot. I don't know if I have any left. I have 17. Let's see what we can make. Hold on. What do we need to put up? Like I said, I was going to put the 2 walls, which is going to require 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 walls, and then 4 of the half pitches. So I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough. How many walls can we make? We can make 4, but that's because of our epoxy. Let's go ahead and craft those 4. Let's see, can we make any more epoxy? We can make 21 more. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Let's head back over here. We can only make 1 more, and that's because, oh, we don't have enough glass. Okay, hold on. We've got some silica, though. Let's jump up here. That's the oxide. Let's grab the silica here. Just grab 100. We'll throw that in the smelter. That'll start up. That'll take a little bit. Wait, can we connect? We can connect water to this to make it faster. Let's see. It takes, what, 5 seconds to make 1 piece of glass? Let me let this one cook and we'll see here. 6 seconds total. Let's just kind of put together a little jank water pipe here. Connect that there, and this should technically have water now. It does. It says it's idle. Oh, it's only required for recipes that require water, so it's not going to make a difference on how fast it smelts the glass. Okay, well, we'll take the pipes off then. Okay, I crafted the last couple pieces of the glass wall, and I just realized if I'm not going to cover up this front, then I'm only going to need the 2 glass half pitches on the backside. So this actually might work out because we are completely out of iron anyway. So let's go ahead, throw this glass down. And there we go. Now let's double check this, make sure there's no issues. It doesn't look like there is. So I think that's totally fine. Yeah, I kind of like that. Maybe we do put a front on it eventually, but yeah, it does look a little bit naked, but maybe because it doesn't have any stairs in front either. Let's make a couple sets of stairs for that quick. And there we go. Now we got a set of decent stairs here. Got the mostly enclosed beehive. And it's looking good. Now, I think the last couple things that I want to do is name these bad boys. I know I mentioned it in the beginning, and I'm just getting around to it, but I've got a couple ideas, and you guys kind of helped me out with the names as well. Now, for the power station over here, you guys kind of gave me some good ones. There's like the Power Palace, Powerhouse, Battery Shack, Battery Ram, and I think a couple more as well. But what I think I'm going to go with, for at least the power station here, the shed that we've got for that, is the Powerhouse. I just think that sounds so cool, so I think we're going to go with that. Now, we need to make some signs. Wait, never mind. I've got some small wood signs on me already. So let's go back out here. And let's change that to the wall sign. And now, hopefully there's enough room on this. Might have to put down a couple. There we go. The Powerhouse. Yeah, that sounds so cool. I wish we could make the signs bigger, or at least make bigger signs. We might be able to. I don't think so, but either way, now we've got the building that we made for the bees. Now, I had a few for those, like the Hive Haven, the Bee Barn, the Pollen Palace, and I think for this one, we're gonna go with Hive Haven. If these are horrible names, let me know, but I think they're all right. They're kind of funny to me. I don't know where to put the sign, I guess way up here. But yeah, they're kind of funny to me. I like some alliteration, I like some puns, so we're gonna go with Hive Haven. How does that look? Very small sign. You can only see it when you're really up close. Maybe I'll move it again in the future. And then eventually, I know I keep saying it, but we will eventually expand the beehive in here. It's just been a really long episode, at least for me. I'm sure it's not that long for you guys, but I think I'm gonna call it here. I had a lot of fun. I'm really glad we were able to reorganize the entire inside of our workshop, rebuild it again, put most of the stuff back to where it was. And I know I went back to the wood interior, but I think it looks so much better than stone. And it really gave us the opportunity to try out new things like this entire sprinkler system. And I'm really excited. A small part of me kind of wants us to start a fire and just see if it works. Maybe we should have tested that before I put everything back. But you know what? We're just gonna hope it works in the future and go from there. Oh yeah, and then in here, what do we all have in here? So we've got a bunch of water bombs and the fire extinguisher. Let's make, do we have the stuff for the fire whacker? No, we don't. We need stone, sticks, and fiber. Let's grab some stone out of here. We got 60. And then our sticks and fiber should be up here as well. Got some fiber and sticks. And you know what? Let's make 10 of those. I found that as I was using it, trying to put out that last fire, the durability was dropping extremely fast. So it's easier to do this, just make a bunch of them, because while we're using the fire whacker, we're using up stamina. And then in order to repair the fire whacker, we'd use up even more stamina. So we ended up waiting up. Oh gosh, hold on. We're throwing brooms on the ground. Let's throw those in there. Oh no, let's grab these here. But yeah, like I was saying, we ended up waiting a lot in between trying to put out fires because my stamina was just too low to even keep up. But I swear there was an advanced fire whacker, so like a better one that would have more durability. I couldn't find it, but this is gonna have to do for now. If there is, you should really let me know because I just was not seeing it. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here. We got a lot done today. I'm feeling a lot better about the cabin in the woods, the workshop that we've got built out here, this entire compound. It's just looking good. Hold on. Let me get to the shore here. Okay, like I was saying, it's just looking really good, and I feel so much better after the work that we got done today. But yeah, let me know if you guys liked it. Throw a like on the video. Subscribe if you want to see some more. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.